Next, I want to show you an example of a data set that has no numeric fields whatsoever, but we can still summarize it with a pivot table. We need to close this file, so I'll use File Close. And then I'll open the file for O2 pivot tables. Now this data set has defect data. It shows the date, the manufacturing line number, and the area where the defect was found. And we want to do an analysis to see which areas have the most defects. Unfortunately, there's no field for us to sum. I'll select one cell in the data, use Insert, Pivot Table, click OK. I want to do an analysis by which defects occurred most often. If I choose the defect field, it's automatically added as a row label. I now need to take the defect field and drag a second occurrence into the sum values. Because this field is text and there's no way to sum, Excel will automatically choose to count, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want. Now, as I look down through the data, I see that fit and finish roof had the most defects of all. So I want to be able to zoom in and take a look at fit and finish roof. Of course, it makes sense to take the defect field from row labels and move it up to Report Filter, where we can choose Fit and Finish Roof. Let's do an analysis by date to see if this problem has been happening all month. And now instead of percentages, I'll see cumulative year-to-date figures. You'll see that for most of the month, there were just a few occurrences each day. If I scroll down, though, something happened around the 28th of the month. Let's take a look at the lines. I'm going to take the line field and add that to the column labels. The problem seems to have happened first on line 2 in column C. That's the line that started having problems. Using this pivot table, it was very easy for us to zoom in and realize that the fit and finish roof first happened on line 2 and then spread to the other lines a couple of days later. I bet if we check the records, we'll see that a new shipment arrived from the vendor, was restocked to line 2, and then eventually out to the other lines. This is a very interesting situation where we had many rows of defect data, really no idea what's going on, but by using a pivot table and the count option instead of summing, we're able to zoom in and find the problem very, very quickly.